In this video, I want to take a look at a game which I played today, and well, the game was over in 8 moves. It is the shortest game I have played in many years against someone around my level. My opponent's rating was just over 1900 on League Chess, and I don't even know what to say except that the opening was just terrible. So e4, h5, the Goldsmith Defence, um, and well, this move already gives a huge advantage to white because that is just a waste of a tempo. I mean, the only time I see h5 or a5 is when I'm playing beginners or where I'm teaching a beginner student. So um, yeah, the last time that I saw people playing this was when I was in high school at the chess club that they had there. None of the players were really great, so just take control of the center. And well, now my opponent plays d5, which it's already a rare move. There's only like a few games in the database by masters. The engines like this move. Not that it. I mean, c5 is not better than any other move. It's already just really good for white. You could take the pawn. d5 is also good. I mean, everything is just good for white. I played e5. Well, for one, I'm just getting more space. I'm stopping the knight from developing to the f6 square. But the engines being very good tactically and in open positions when I like open up the center, and apparently this is the best move. It really gives white a pretty significant advantage, and well, this is just a computer line. And I don't know why you would take that pawn, because well, it just seems like the black king is going to be stuck in the center of the board. I should say potentially stuck in the center of the board, but I mean the evaluation is just, it's like white is up a piece. And yeah, this move the engines don't like. Bishop g4 apparently is better. The point is pretty simple. If you go f3, then you're weakening this diagonal, so white is probably gonna castle queenside at that point. If you go knight f3, well, then you're just pinning yourself, which is apparently the best move. If you move the queen, I mean, you don't really have any good squares. d2 blocks in this bishop, and queen d3 blocks in the other bishop, so but instead knight c6, and I just played c3, which is not a terrible move, but it's not, I guess, the most ambitious way to play. And now f6, and this just like blew my mind when I saw this move. I was like, I mean, are you trying to lose? Because okay, h5, I thought, okay, it's a 3-minute game, my opponent maybe has some prep, but after f6, this square is just so weak, and you have one piece developed. And you might say, well, yeah, that's one more piece than white, but my pawn structure, if you look at this pawn chain, that's good. That gives white space. This looks like Swiss cheese. It's just full of holes. I mean, you have all these weaknesses with black. Better was something like, well, this computer line is interesting actually. Knight f3. And this reminds me of a game between Nigel Short against Gadakamsky. I believe it was in 1991, although I could be wrong. That game was a Goldsmith Defence, so very similar, except I believe the pawn was still on h7 or maybe h6. And Nigel won that game pretty nicely. And yeah, here bishop f5, which is what you want to do in the Caro-Kann. You want to put the bishop on this diagonal, and except the pawn is on h7, and sometimes you do want to play h6 so that the bishop can retreat if it's attacked. So knight f3, and this looks very much like that game between Nigel Short and Gadakamsky, except for this move, f6. And this should be very good for white. I think the evaluation is over +2. But it's not that simple, really. I mean, that the black king is not like super in danger. There's really like no immediate knockout. If you go something like queen b3, queen c8, defends everything. You could also play queen d7 and castle queenside. But after this, I did spend, I don't know, maybe like 20 seconds thinking, which is a lot for a 3-minute game. And, well, I played bishop d3, which is the best move, apparently. And here I was expecting something like, I don't know, something to try to defend g6, but I don't think you can. Obviously, rook h6, you just take that. So bishop e6 is the best choice, because then you can drop back with the bishop, which is what you want to do. You want to trade this light square bishop, because that's white's good bishop. Instead, my opponent captured, and, well, just to give it a different line, knight h6, with the same idea of going blocking. h4, because, well, you just want to attack. I mean, if you're pushing the pawn, you might as well get your rook active. And just like pretty much all the lines, this is good for white. And now check, only move, and here I capture the pawn. Pretty much every move is winning, like every reasonable move is winning. Bishop g5 is winning. And check, and yeah, everything the rook is coming here, this bishop is attacked, and this bishop is useless, this rook is also hanging, this rook is doing nothing, and yeah, the evaluation proves it. Knight takes looks pretty suicidal. E6 was giving us the best defensive try, and well, this position is a lot better than what happened in the game. At least here you could make the argument that white could mess up and get an equal position somehow, but my opponent captured, and that's just checkmate. And I'm not the first person to win in this exact way. There was like a few games apparently that went the same way. So yeah, the Goldsmith Defence, don't play this. And if you do see it, your opponent plays it, well then you can just smash them. Anyway, smash the like button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to share and subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you for watching.